Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's your buddy, the 14th Prime. And as you see in front of you, we are here to talk about why Hasbro fooled us this whole time. They were just waiting to find out if Microsoft was going to be able to buy Activision, and we knew that was going to happen. Who turns down money? You know what I mean? So, but everything that's old comes back. Perfect example. But this is why I know they knew. We heard about these figures coming out right around the time we heard they were trying to acquire Activision. Hasbro, being the geniuses they are, was like, just in case this goes through, let's go ahead and start making these molds now. As soon as they found out that everything was going as planned, it was turned down at one point, and then some things worked out or whatever. Long story short, Microsoft was able to acquire Activision as long as they allowed them to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. Now look at this. New Zealand has granted 100% clearance of the Microsoft Activision merger also. So what they're trying to do is just get every country on board so they can make as much money as possible. Lulu, this is the lady that clarified about Hasbro. Look what she said. Countries around the world, now over 40, continue to recognize that our merger benefits consumers and increases competition. Thank you. That's one to think about, right? Because this is the same lady that apparently Hasbro didn't communicate with her that their marketing scheme was to be like, hey, we don't know if we have the code yet. We don't know if we have it. And she said, what? You see it right there. The headlines are wrong. We have the code. It was never lost, never was. And this is the CCO and EVP of Corporate Affairs of Activision Blizzard. So I went ahead, took my time and go ahead and look at some other things that she had said about the game or whatever. And again, like I said, she said it was never lost. It was never, it was never misplaced. We had the code the whole time. They're not stuck on a server somewhere. And the first thing Hasbro does is they release this. Hasbro wants to re-release old Transformers game, but Activision lost the code. Then we get, more media about it. Because you gotta remember, bad press is good press. And any comment or whatever, like with YouTube, any comment still helps. You know what I mean? Whether it's a like or a dislike. So what I'm saying is we already know we're definitely getting these games back. But the thing is that they could have just told us. You know what I mean? Hasbro, y'all could have just said, hey, listen, it's gonna be a minute because it's gonna take us a while to remaster all these visuals and all the robots and stuff. But and again, I'm just thankful that I downloaded it before they took them off of like the PlayStation Store and the Xbox Store. And everybody that's like, oh, well, I hope when they remaster it, is it gonna be on? I can tell you this: it will be on Xbox. It will be on PlayStation. I do not know if it will be on Nintendo. Now, like Switch or Steam, probably. I'm pretty sure, probably, because people that counts as a console also. You know what I mean? I just don't know about Nintendo, but Xbox and PlayStation definitely. And the other day I was thinking about, I was like, wait a minute, it's Microsoft, but at the same time, when these games dropped originally, they dropped on both platforms at the same time, and then the Wii got its own version. So again, I don't know if they're gonna do that and remaster like those for the Wii or whatever. But these were iconic games that fueled a lot of y'all's childhood, a lot of y'all's teenagehood. I had like 3 kids by the time this game came out, and had them standing in line with me at GameStop when I first bought the physical copies. But Hasbro could have just said, we are not sure how the merger is going to go. We hope to eventually do this. But as soon as they knew, the first thing they did was they got antsy and dropped the toys. Just like look at Rise of the Beast. That was almost canceled. You know what I mean? Because of the whole writer's strike and all the other stuff that was going on, and the COVID had hit, and everybody had to wear masks. So you couldn't see what nobody was saying. You couldn't talk to people. Couldn't go to, so what did Hasbro do? They still went ahead and made the toy line. Now, we've seen the movie, we've gotten the movie, none of the toys look like they do in the movie. Nobody's the same color. Then they went ahead and redid them and resold us the toys all together again. You know what I mean? You can go into Target right now and get Cheetor, which is from Kingdom, but it's labeled Rise of the Beast. And then right next to it is mainline Cheetor from Rise of the Beast. Then you got supersized Cheetor from Rise of the Beast, and then you got studio series. You know what I mean? They love money. They're not going to miss out on everybody
either care about
going
what
to
helps
get
an
these
idea
games again.
spread.
Hold on,
I think
listen
if
to
you're a
it.
startup, your enemy is the status quo. People have things that they either care about or don't, and you're not going to change that.
What other explanations could there be for why no one cares about what you're trying to put out?
If you start off trying to appeal to too many people, you have to water down your stuff so much that you'll never stand out. Choose what is going to be your tiny corner of the internet that you are going to just dominate entirely.
What have you found works best for underdog startups and companies trying to get attention?
First, you have
The lady's a genius. The lady is an absolute genius. And see, look, as soon as she came out and clarified that, oh, no, we did not lose it, Hasbro comes right back out behind her and says, oh, we're sorry. Because it was marketing. And if you scroll down her personal Instagram, first thing she says is, I ain't want y'all to stress about it. If that ain't confirmation, I don't know what is. The games are definitely coming. If you scroll down, I didn't, want to bore you with all the other stuff, but there's a million posts on her Twitter/X about this and re-release the games, and the most she said is, I ain't want y'all to stress about it. So New Zealand's on board, America's on board, the UK is on board. Go on and give our game back. It's your buddy 14 Prime.